Your thoughts just looking back on your most recent road trip, very eventful.
Yeah, it was eventful and stuff. So, no, it was solid. It was good to get a road trip in nice and early with regards to getting on the road, especially with all of our newer players and stuff like that. So, a solid result, not an easy place to play. I think they laid the playing surface 3 days before the game, and so some real good positives that came out of the game. In terms of some of the goals that we scored and some of the things on the attacking side of the ball. And when you look at the goals we conceded, all goals that are preventable and controllables down the line.
Zoe's been, finding some assists recently. What have you seen out of her just this preseason and going into the early season?
When I first got here with Zoe, the focus was on Zoe's goal scoring, and it was, I think, what you've seen from Zoe over the last 18 months is her evolution as a player to an all-round player now, a player that can defend, a player that can, is exceptional final passer of the ball, and she's still a threat goal scoring wise. So she's only going to continue to get better. She's got 2 years with us after this, and so you're going to see her continue to get better and better.
You got to see your depth at goalkeeper, probably not the way you wanted to see it, but what did you see out of Goldberg?
We knew all along she was a good goalkeeper, and our goalkeeping scenario is probably as competitive as Oregon has had in a long time. So, composed, made a really good save. I think about 3 seconds left on the clock. So she's going to continue to evolve, continue to grow, and Leah and Maddie will push one another.
Generally, offensively, what's been the biggest change you've seen from where you guys kind of were wrapping up the spring to now? Because the offense has been there in a way that it wasn't last year.
Threats in different areas, continue to score goals off of set pieces, continue to be, different threats from wide areas, threats from central areas. We now have a rotation of about 6 different forwards that can all score goals. Whether it's, Lexi's now fit again. We added Cass, Jordan Warmdahl, Caitlin Pacoba, Eden Hardy, Ali Cook. And we've got other people that can go up into the front line if needed. So, Callan Harrington's, she's close to being back with us as well. So the amount of pace and goal scoring ability we have on the front line is awesome.
Facing Northern Arizona, you're going to get to see them play against the Pac-12 team tomorrow. But what do you know about them?
Fast, direct, really direct up top, organised in the back line. They actually played Utah State last weekend, so obviously Manny used to coach here, so I was able to chat with him about them. And so organised, Callie's done a really good job there. She was obviously in the Pac-12 prior as an assistant with Arizona, so it'll be a tough game for us and another good game on our journey this season.
What's the biggest thing you want to learn in these non-con games, just about the depth that you have and some of those folks that are maybe angling for more minutes, and these can be the games where they can make a case for that?
In all honesty, it might be a cliche, we look at all areas of our game and try to make sure we continue to evolve game to game, whether it's stifling teams from getting out on the counter-attack, whether it's our attack and organised when we're set up, whether it's how we defend in the final third, with how we attack in the final third, different scenarios to come up at set pieces. I think there's traits within all of the different teams who play in the non-conference that we'll see within the conference play, so it's making sure we evolve within those areas right now, so then once we get into Pac-12 play, we're in the best situation possible.
Are you able to project that when you're making a non-conference schedule? You're able to say, yeah, this is stylistically, what this team is, and this is what's going to match up in the Pac-12, so we'll put them on the schedule because it seems like that's somebody we might face in December type thing?
A little bit, yeah. We look at different matchups. Obviously, RPI comes into that piece as well, where there's a team matchup with regards to RPI. So when we want to get our team on the road early to look at a few different pieces. So we'll look at that a little bit, yeah. Obviously, coaching changes can happen in between then as well, so we can't predict all of those pieces. But we do our best to get the schedule set up the way we want it, for sure.
There were so many little knocks and injuries on Sunday that happened. Can you just tell me about the health of the team in general? Like Leah, Ali Cook, I know, went out of the game, all that.
Cookie's good. She's been back training as normal. Leah, we're working on getting her ready for the weekend. If she isn't ready, then we like we said, we have a really good goalkeeper in Maddie Goldberg. So True Didasco, probably won't be good for this weekend. Not sure on her status long term. Lexi Romero's back with us now. Like I said, Callan Harrington is really close. So, it's just the little tweaks and pulls and that. Like I said, their surface was laid 3 days prior to playing, so that was tough to play on. And so we're just dealing with little pieces with regards to that. But we're actually not far off being in a really good place.